A few days later, they were invited to DeSantis' estate for an extended meeting, which involved staying a few days at the estate. The private lounge smelled like old money and new sins. Dark leather, aged whiskey, and a faint trace of smoke that clung to the air, like a secret. Martha sat beside Gabriel on the velvet settee. Her posture, effortless, but alert. Legs crossed just so. Hands resting in her lap. Every gesture, calculated. Across from them, Joseph sprawled like a man who knew the world bent for him. His arm draped along the back of Fina's chair, though he hadn't touched her once since they entered. She sat like she wasn't even aware of him. Chin tilted slightly. Gaze drifting lazily across the decanter of bourbon. Firelight flickering along the edge of her cheekbone. Joseph was talking shop. Connections in Spain. A freighter arriving in Charleston. Numbers. Dead men. The kind of language that sounded clinical, even when it spoke of blood. Martha matched his energy, feigning interest. Her voice low and smooth. She let Gabriel do most of the talking. He was better at the tough guy cartel act. She watched. Listened. Filed details away. But her eyes kept flicking to Fina. And each time they met, something stirred. Fina didn't speak much. But when she did, commenting dryly on the wine, correcting a date Joseph had fumbled, her voice slipped under Martha's skin, like warm honey with a razor in it. At one point, Joseph rose to take a call. Gabriel followed him out. Protocol, leave the women behind, safe, decorative. The door clicked shut. Silence settled. And then slowly, Fina turned toward Martha. You're very composed, she said, pouring herself another drink. Most women I meet in this world fidget, or flirt, or shrink. Martha didn't move. You don't seem surprised. I've seen your type before, Fina said. Just never one quite so controlled. She stood, walked to the fireplace. The flames played across the exposed line of her back. She turned her head, half over her shoulder. Do you enjoy the role you play? The mask. I wear it well, Martha said. Too well, Fina murmured. The silence crackled. Fina walked back. Closer this time. The edge of her skirt brushed Martha's knee as she passed. Martha didn't flinch. She couldn't. But every nerve in her body sparked. Careful, Martha said. Her voice like velvet, over steel. Fina smiled. Of what? Of what happens when you touch fire. Fina leaned in, close enough to feel the breath between them, and whispered, Maybe I want to burn. Her fingers lingered. Just a second too long along Martha's wrist. It was barely a touch, but it was everything. A collision of electricity and restraint. Martha felt the world tilt slightly. Just then the door opened. They pulled apart, like magnets forced in opposite directions. Gabriel stepped in first, stone-faced, followed by Joseph, who chuckled at something over his shoulder. But Gabriel's eyes flicked between the two women, registering the sharp space that had just closed between them. And then the distance that rushed back in. A glint of something crossed his face. Curiosity? Suspicion? Understanding? He saw something. Business resumed, but everything had changed.